Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Jaya Giri Vade Dade Jaya Giri Vade Dade Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Jaya Giri Vade Dade Jaya Giri Vadada Jaya Yashoda Nandana Jaya Brajadana Ranjana Jaya Yashoda Nandana Jayo Brajajana Jayo Yashoda Nandana Jayo Brajajana Ranjana Jayo Jayo Brajajana Jayo Yamuna Tirabanachari Jayo Kunja Bihari Jayo Yamuna Tirabanachari Jayo Kunja Bihari Jayo Yamuna Tirabanachari Jayo Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Guru Deva, Jayo Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jayo Guru Deva. Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada. Nita Gora Haribo, 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 Nita Gora Haribo. Haribo, Nita Gora Haribo. Gol Premanande, Haribo. Jayo. Shri Guru Goranga Gandhar Vikal Gidir Hari Radha Vino Bihari Jyoki Nitya Lila Pravesta Om Vishnu Parasto Tarasri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj ki Nitya Lila Pravesta Om Vishnu Parasto Tarasri Srimad Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj ki Nitya Lila Pravesta Om Vishnu Parasto Tarasri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Nitya Lila Pravesta Om Vishnu Parasto Tarasri Srimad Bhakti Pragya Keshavaji Goswami Maharaj ki Nitya Lila Pravesta Om Vishnu Parasto Tarasri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki Mahabhagava Shila Gokishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki Sachinandana Shila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki Vaishnav Savabhuma Shila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki Gaudiya Vedanta Acharya Shila Baladevi Jabhusan ki Shila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki Shila Narottam Shuniva Shamananda Prabhu Traya ki Shila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami ki Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghuna Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Das Raghuna Sad Goswami ki Shri Swarup Damodara Shri Re Ramananda Digora Pasal Davindi ki Namacharya Shila Hari Das Thakur ki Prem Sri Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shadvaita Gadada Shivasari Gaur Bhatta Vrindi ki Shri Mayapur Dham Shri Mayapur Navadvip Dham ki Shri Gaur Premanande Hare Hare Bo. Nasta Prayeshu Abradeshu. First, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Nasta Prayeshu Abradeshu Nityam Bhagavatam Sevayam Bhagavati Uttama Suloke Bhakti Bhavanti Naistiki. So, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, it's very interesting. You know, I've not given Bhagavatam class like this for a long time. I just sit down at the topics that come, we discuss. Sometimes on different topics we select. So I will read chapter 9 again. So I'll just read and you can repeat some of them. Ma surabiyatra sucha vritote vrisalat bhavam ma rudir amba badram te kalanam mai sastri. Okay, repeat after me. Ma surabiyatra sucho vitote vasala bayam marudim ambam badramte kalanam mayi sastari ma do not Surabiya, O son of Surabi, Atra, in my kingdom, Suchaha, lamentation, Vaito, let there be, Te, your, Vrisalat, by the Sudra, Bayam, cause of fear. Ma, do not. Rudi, cry. Amba, mother cow. Badram, all good. Te, unto you. Kalanam, of the envious. My, why I'm living. Sastari, the ruler of the subduer. Sorry, the ruler or subduer. O son of Surabi, you need lament no longer now. There is no need to fear this low-class Sudra. And O mother cow, as long as I am living as a ruler and subduer of all envious men, there is no cause for you to cry. Everything will be good for you. That's very powerful. O son of Surabi, you need lament no longer now. There is no need to fear. This low-class Sudra. And O modern cow, as long as I am living, as the ruler and subduer of all envious men, there is no cause for you to cry. Everything will be good for you. How many leaders in this world at this time can say this? No. Protection of bulls and cows and all other animals can be possible only when there is a state ruled by an executive head like Maharaj Pariksit. Maharaj Pariksit addresses the cow as mother, for he is a cultured, twice-born Kshatriya king. Surabi is the name of the cows which exist in the spiritual planet and are especially reared by Lord Krishna himself. As men are made after the form and features of the Supreme Lord, so also the cows are made after the forms and features of the Surabhi cows in the spiritual kingdom. In the material world, the human society gives all protection to the human beings, but there is no law to protect the descendants of Surabhi, who can give all protection to men by supplying the miracle food, milk. But Maharaj Parikshit and the Pandavas were fully conscious of the importance of the cow and bull, and they were prepared to punish the cow killer with all chastisement, including death. There has sometimes been agitation for the protection of the cow, but for want of pious executive heads and suitable laws, the cow and the bull are not given protection. The human society should recognize the importance of the cow and the bull, and thus give all protection to these important animals, following the footsteps of Maharaj Parikshit. For protecting the cows and Brahminical culture, the Lord, who is very kind to the cow and the Brahmanes, Go, Brahmana, Hetaya, will be pleased with us and will bestow upon us rare peace. Om Agyanam Timirindasya Gyanam Jaya Salakaya Shashu Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So most of us came into this world, especially in this age of Kali, and we think we are somebody, especially in this age of Kali. Everybody who are Sudras and beyond Sudras are thinking, I'm somebody. Why? Because we have come to the age where money has become idolized. Money has become idolized in such a way that everybody in Kali Yuga, the moment you become rich man or you acquire material knowledge, you are considered to be a high class personality. But we can also understand that these high class personalities are actually demons in disguise. Demons because they are not cultured. And majority of them, what do? They eating animal flesh. Anything, even to the extent that the babies born, fetus that are born from the womb is food for so-called cultured men, because they want to stay young forever. And you can see now there is a whole industry of cosmetics which cater to people who want to live, even men who are 100 years, women who are 100 years want to look like 20 years. Because the material body is idolized, that it is all in all. There is no any understanding that the body is just a prison garment that we have been given, that it will one day deteriorate and go away. No matter how we fight to maintain this body, there will be death, there will be disease. Anyway, the body will grow old. We know that. Your eyesight will be gone. Your hairs will go. Your hair will become white. And your body will become invalid. Even right now at my age, this is the age when Prabhupada came to the West. Even if I bow down, I cannot get up because all my joints are weak. So I know this is the time. Like when Maharaj Yudhisthira was asked by Yamaraj, he's Yamaraj himself, but when he was asked at the bank of the river, the lake, after, the brothers drank all that water and, they were, overwhelmed and died, he said, you have to explain to me, answer my questions before you can drink this water. Finally, he said, yes, I will. One of the most important questions he asked, he says, what is the most, is it not wonderful, but surprising. Yes, surprising or something else. What is the most surprising thing in this world? He said, men, even though they see their fellow men die, their brothers, their mothers, everybody dying beside them, they think they will live forever. That is the nature of the demoniac personalities, thinking we will live forever. And Krishna describes this in the Bhagavad Gita so nicely that he says, now I'm an aristocrat. I've acquired all this wealth. There is no one who can equal me. And anyone who wants to challenge me will be destroyed. I'll kill him. And you can see that right here as we are speaking in our own country, that is happening. That is a fact. It is happening. And you cannot challenge. Anything you do, I'll destroy. You get destroyed. I mean, this is not very, a wonderful thing that is happening. It is not a surprising thing. It is something that has happened over and over and over again. Why? Because this is also the age of Kali. And Kali personified is not black, is not white, it's anyone with the consciousness, the low consciousness. It's unfortunate that some people, when they read this and they said, oh, Kali, is a Sudra and he was in a black form. They say, oh, black people are, no, it is not the blackness of consciousness. Black body is not the color. It is just a garment we are wearing. White body is not you. It is just a garment you are wearing at a particular time in the course of your sojourn in this cosmic manifestation of the Lord. Somebody who asks the question, then why the Supreme Lord, knowing very well that when we as Jiva Atmas enter into this material world, we will be subjected to the vagaries of Mother Nature. We'll be caught up in all the, all the negative things. Why did Krishna bring us here? If we don't want to be here on our own, I didn't want to be here, but why should Krishna bring me here? To suffer. Why should there be suffering? If it is his creation and is the most benevolent, creator, why should he bring us for us to suffer? They said, well, it's your karma. But when I was in the Tatastha region or wherever I was before coming, why did I have that? They said the spiritual world, the soul itself is pure. So was it my choice to forsake the Supreme Lord, even if I had choice? Okay, they are saying the spiritual world. This is very important. They are saying the spiritual world, it's all pure. There is no any Maya over there. Is it true? If there's no Maya at all in the spiritual world, and everybody in the spiritual world is only thinking of how to serve the Lord, how did it occur to me in the spiritual world? How did Maya enter to say that, hey, you should leave the spirit, God, the lotus feet of the Lord, and enjoy in the material world? How would it even occur to me that there is anything called material world when I'm in a spiritual world and there is no any agency of the material world? How did it occur? So where did I come from to be in this material world, to be suffering the pangs of material nature? If we ask ourselves these questions, then we said, those who are atheistic or who do not understand, we said, then God is not a God of justice. He has brought us into this material world from time immemorial. Is that not it? To suffer. So the suffering, even every living entity, including Mother Sorabi here. So somebody have to be on your case and then subject you to the, sufferings, either in the mode of passion, in the mode of ignorance, in the mode of passion, or in the mode of goodness. Why? Because the Supreme Lord is the creator. He is the enjoyer. He is the ultimate. He is the one we are looking to repose our love to him. We are the living entities, are Ashraya. The love is residing within us. Krishna is Vishraya. That means all love is given to him. You follow me? So this is in us, we call Lambana. These two aspects. To actually have love, there should be somebody who has the love, somebody with whom the love is reposed. Even that love is Krishna himself. Everything is within him. But within each and every individual, we have that love that we actually give to Krishna. You follow me? Now, because of that, the Lord himself, he wants to enjoy the creation. His creation. The creation is not us. It's not for our sake. It is for the enjoyment, the leelas of Krishna and his associate from the spiritual world. The spiritual world was not created. He said, in the beginning, only I existed. In the interim, only I exist. At the end, only I will exist. So everything you see, including you, me, and everything, we are all but manifestations of the energy of the Lord. There is nothing. You, me, everybody, the plant, everything, it's but manifestation of the Supreme Lord. So he wants to enjoy his lila according to his own wishes. So who is suffering? Are you the one suffering or Krishna himself? In reality, because if you are part and parcel of him, what is the suffering? Think about it. In that nature, what is the suffering? If Krishna knows that there will be a personality called Kali who will give us trouble, why did he create him? Why did he create the material world in the first place? Because it is his own will. that, hey, I desire to have, that type of lila. So Krishna had created, the mother nature. And who else, if he creates mother nature and there is no living entities to create the lila, how would the lila be performed? So he has to put some people in it. So in the Tatastha region, which is coming all from, Mahavishnu, all these living entities coming from Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu is impregnating Mother Nature. So the whole cause is that impregnation of Mother Nature, all these living entities come. Now the choice comes. When you come to the material world, you can just see, oh, this is the Supreme Lord. This is Maya. I don't want to be here. You can turn easily because now choice. The spiritual world, there is choice, but the choice is innate. Because what are you going to, choice are you going to? You are serving the Supreme Lord. You are enjoying with Him. What is the choice to make? The choice comes in the material world where there is duality. When there is no duality, where is the choice to make? Do you follow me? You're making a choice when there is duality. When there is something here to choose from. But if there is only one something to choose, in the spiritual world, there's no past, there's no future, there's always present. You follow me? So if there is always present, where will there be choice to make on this and that? So the choice is in this material world. So when the living entity enters this material world, we have to subject ourselves to the will of the Lord, the way He wants to have His own pastimes. Now, His moldiness, those of us who want to be molded, like we are in this material world, and as now we are worshiping Krishna, as a devotee of the Lord, in reality, we are not aspiring to go back to Krishna, Loka. Why? Because right here, the pure devotee of the Lord, the moment the Lord gives him His mercy, that when he gets Krishna prem, what else do you need? Wherever you are, or that Krishna is there. I mean, you follow me. Wherever you are in this material world, when you have prem for Krishna, Krishna is there. It's with you. So whether the spiritual world or the material world, these are the same to the pure devotees of the Lord. So they will like to stay here and help in the Leela. They don't care. Now, there are aspects. If you want to go to Vaikuntha, as I was saying yesterday, Krishna can easily give you that opportunity to get all the liberation to go to Vaikuntha. The 4 types of liberation. The 5th type of liberation, devotees of the Lord, we don't want. We don't want to merge into the body of the Lord. So in this regard, we are all trying to serve the Lord just for His pleasure. That is why the gopis of Vrindavan, Vrajabhumi, are the most, exalted, devotees. Why? Because they have given everything to the Lord. It's even beyond Atman Vyadanam. They have given everything to the Lord. You follow me? This is the essence. If you go to Vrindavan, you go to, the cowherd boys. What does Krishna want? He is the supreme. We don't care. He is He can be anything he wants, but he is our friend. Mother Yashoda, he says, I want to punish Krishna for being a naughty boy. You follow me? Why? Because he is being naughty. We have to train him to be, a good moral personality when he grows up. But they said, this person, he's like the Supreme Lord. Gagamuni said he's like Narayan. I don't care. You guys are mad, mother. Are you telling me my own son, I cannot chastise my son? This is what Narendra Baba would tell his brothers and his, his company. So in essence, the Lord is coming and having his own pastimes. It is not us. So we should protect all that aspect. Unfortunately, like Kali, most of us have that mentality. The moment we've come to this material world, we become the controllers of this material world. And because we have become the controllers of the material world, what is happening? We are not taking care. We think everything belongs to me. Even the people who you encounter, who may be in a very good mood. See, and you are in the mode of ignorance or passion. You go to that personality, you think, oh, this person is weak because he is not exhibiting any, passion within him, to fight back. You capture him and make him your slave. Capture him and you control him. You take everything away from him. This is the nature of the material world. It is going on in every aspect. Not only that, all these animals and living entities, we as human higher conscious personalities should be taking care of them. They are under our protection. But instead of protecting them, we have subjected them to the most torture. We corral these cows in, just for take care of them, feed them, just to kill them. Have you ever been to a place where these, how do you call them? Chickens are reared? How do you call them? Poultry farms. You've never been. You'll be surprised to see how they just rear them. Instead of bringing them out to enjoy the weather, they are farm products. So they rear them inside without the sun, feed them these hormones just to make them grow faster and slaughter them in the thousands, in the millions every day. How will such a society succeed? We think we are succeeding because we are advancing in civilization. But what is advancement of civilization? Is these buildings that we see, all these cars, all the glamour we see of the material nature, is that advancement? No, this is not advancement. You go to India in the previous times, you see the sages. They have only a small hut with a long cloth. And their mood is to meditate on the Supreme Lord. Inwardly, that is the advancement. They have built all the treasure within. But unfortunately, what we are claiming to be advancement now is building the treasure externally. And you see it and you say, wow, this is, wow, look at that beautiful building. But the person living within that beautiful building is just, a piece of crap. No consciousness. They don't have anything to inquire about the Supreme Lord. Even if the Supreme Lord is reminding them day in, day out, that look, This material world is just a place of suffering. You'll be subjected to all the, the nature's laws, hurricanes, tornadoes. Even after tornado can hit within a second and destroy this whole town. Within a second, everything is out. Then who are we? Who are you? Are you this material body? If you are not the material body, then who are you? The search for the absolute is important. So, Mother Surabhi, she's, lamenting. Look, what is this happening? I've been, subjected to this, physical pain in this material world by this uncultured man. That uncultured man, in effect, is all of us who have not come to the, realization that Krishna is the ultimate. If we do that, we will be cultured people. So in essence, Srila Prabhupada came to the West to give culture, spiritual culture, which the West have, delineated to the background. Yes, many of them say, oh, we go to church. But we go to church. What is in the church? What are you learning? The 10 Commandments or the 4 regulative principles. What is it for? To bring us to the level of human beings. It's a moral code. In the Bible, the 10 Commandments is praised and that it is the essence. No, none of this. The 4 regulative principles that your spiritual master gave you at the time of initiation, you think that will take you to the kingdom of Krishna? No, that's just to make you become a human being. From the level of a human being, then you can start thinking about God, about higher beings. If you are not on the level of a human being, how can you think about God? How can you think about something that is subtle, beyond your understanding? No, it is not possible. So you can only understand something when you have the level of higher consciousness and open, consciousness. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in I think in Varanasi, instructed Rupa Goswami on the subject. He said, but who am I? Is it Rupa Goswami or Sanatan Goswami? Kyamin. And then when he instructed him on all this, and he gave him also the essence of human beings, the different levels of human beings. We have different levels. We cannot say, I'm a human being. I'm a white, I'm black, I'm this, so I have reached this stage. You may be making money, be rich, but your consciousness is still closed. Like a flower. If it is open, then you can offer to the Lord. If it is closed, can you offer a very close bud to the Lord? No, we don't. So our consciousness should be open. In this age of Kali, we are very fortunate that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come not only to give the Mahamantra, he came himself to enjoy, his own lila. You follow me? But the Mahamantra, the age for giving the Mahamantra had also come. So he's giving this Mahamantra with extra gift. And who knows what that extra gift is? The extra gift of the Mahamantra of this age? This Kali Yuga, this special Kali Yuga, who knows?
Krishna came. Krishna himself came in this.
Yes, Krishna himself came, but he came as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to give the Maha Mantra. But what is it?
He gives Radha Krishna in Bhajan.
Radha Dasyam, actually. That is it.
Yeah.
This Maha Mantra we are chanting is to actually propel us to serve Radha and Krishna. Because in other ages, this Maha Mantra is not given, it's not laced with that. So this special age is laced with Radha Dasyam especially. So all of us, even 7, our attitude is towards the lotus feet of Radharani. This is it. So this Kali Yoga, even though our, preceptor Kali was being cruel at that time, but this age is very special, and Kali himself will get that benediction. He is just doing an unenviable job for the Supreme Lord. You follow me? Because of our karmic activities, all of us in this age of Kali have come together, and he is the controller. Not that he is a bad man, but he is the prison guard for the age of Kali. So he himself also will benefit if we turn our heart towards the Lord. He will give us so much. And who else than his representative, the spiritual master, the bona fide spiritual master? So if we turn all our attention to the bona fide spiritual master, what will happen is that whatever that spiritual master is teaching us, whatever he is saying, will actually fructify, and then we will enjoy in the long run Krishna Prem. In the long run, it's not that easy. Maybe not even in this lifetime. You follow me? Everybody is thinking in one lifetime you can make it. It is so difficult to cleanse the mirror of the heart. Some people's mirror of the heart is a slab of block. The mirror, it's been covered by a big stone like, to crack it, you have to take hammer and chisel them out. Some people, it is just like you've poured mud on it. If you use water, it will be washed. Some people, it's like you pour, how do you call it? Or even if you take bath, and then hot water bath, and you look at the mirror, it becomes what? Hazy. Now, if you open the door, or you see that it will be cleared away. It is like that. So we have different types of karma that we have all brought. And majority of people in this Kali Yuga, their karma is so heavy that to even know the Supreme Lord is so difficult for them. So we, as Krishna devotees, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, who came to the West, he's giving us this mercy. Even if you go to India, I go to India and I ask people, who is Krishna? Majority will say, oh, Krishna is one of the gods. You follow me? And they even equate Krishna with the demigods, and they say Shiva is even more powerful. Or if some of them, if they said, you know, Shiva is an avatar, they said Shiva comes from, you know, Vishnu avatar. So in essence, you know, what Prabhupada has come to give us, what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had given us, is not only for the rest of the world, it's for every part. When I go to India, and one time I was traveling in a train from Delhi to Bangalore, and as I was sitting, not knowing the people I was sitting down with, they were soldiers, all where I was sitting. I was the only one among them. And I was sharing the commanders, you know, we were sharing the same place. You know, him and the children took about 3, and the wife, and I had the one under. So all the rest will come to him, and then they will be talking. And I said, this person should be an important person. Everybody come very respectful. And then, so I started talking to him. And when the rest heard, all of them came and sat down. And they were saying, but how could you are from, you know, America, and how could you know all these things? And I told him, I said, yes, because of my desire, by the mercy of my Guru Dev, this knowledge had come to me. And also, do not think you are an Indian. Maybe in my previous life, I was an Indian. I was telling them, Hare Krishna. In my previous life, I might have been born in India. But for some reason, now we have to be born in different parts of the world, you know, to help execute Krishna's mission. Not that we are, but the spiritual masters that you see are coming from different areas. And all of them, despite, even look at some of, you know, the people who came to Srila Prabhupada. Some came from very rich families. Is that not it? They forsook all these riches and surrendered to Srila Prabhupada. Is that not? Many people wouldn't do this. The moment you are rich, you feel you are an aristocrat. You don't want to, you know, dress like this. Sometimes we dress like this, serious. And we go somewhere and they say, why are you guys wearing these bear sheets? And they've told me, you know, many times, why this bear sheet? What's on your forehead? But the moment they come to understand what we are about, they actually, some of them even surrender. So this is the essence of what we are doing as devotees. We have to drive Kali as far back as possible. If we don't have to, by the chanting of the holy names of the Lord, Sankirtan movement, Kali himself will become white-hearted, pure. You follow me? I know Kali, you know, they said as time progresses, the 432,000 years, we have only spent about 5,000 something. So the 427,000 that is left. I mean, it will be difficult. But if we, as devotees of the Lord, in all honesty, chant the holy names of the Lord with sincerity, with desire to let Krishna himself come among us. He is there because he is the holy name himself. Nam and Nami are not different. Krishna and his name are not different. So as we chant with sincerity, with love, Krishna will be residing, and Kali will be pushed back a long time, or Kali himself will join us. This is what, as devotees, we should be doing. Instead of fighting each other, we should unite. What's the difficulty? We are so small in number, and we are fighting each other. What is the use? What is your spiritual master, my spiritual master? What's the difference? We are coming from the same root. Why do we have to be in such a mood that Kali will divide us? Kali's mood is to divide and conquer. But if we become united, Kali cannot come in between us. So if you say, oh, you are Gaudiya Math. Who is the Gaudiya Math? Srila Prabhupada himself is. His spiritual master is. Or we have the same lineage. We read the same books. We are doing the same thing. What is the difference? We should, instead of fighting, we should come together and, shine light in this darkness of Kali Yuga. It's my desire that wherever I go, because without Srila Prabhupada, none of us in this West can actually know who Krishna is. Prabhupada taught us. Now, what is Guru Tattva? Guru Tattva simply means, as I was saying, I gave a little bit yesterday, somebody who is worshiping Krishna directly. See, if somebody is not worshiping Krishna, he cannot be a guru. It is only those who are actually worshiping Krishna. And we have 4 sampradayas. Now, these 4 sampradayas are all worshiping Krishna, Vishnu form. But it is only in the Brahma, Madhava, Gaudiya sampradaya that Krishna's higher aspect in worship as Vasudev Krishna, in Dwarka and in Mathura. And interesting enough, the highest, Vrajendranandana Krishna, is worshipped. So most seriously, from our lineage, it's only Vrajendranandana Krishna that we should look towards. So when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself went to Jagannath Puri, he didn't have the mood of, Dwarka. His mood was all in Braj. You follow me? So when he's looking, he's only looking, he doesn't want to look at Subhadra and Balaram. That will remind him of, So he was concentrating his mind only on Krishna. Because in that mood, he was actually having the mood of who? Radharani. Because his mood was Radharani's mood. He wanted to taste all that love and aspect that of Radharani. He was only concentrating on Krishna and getting that mood in him. That mood he actually gave to Rupa Goswami. And he asked all the disciples, his associates, please bless Rupa Goswami. You follow me? Sanatan Goswami too, but mostly Rupa Goswami. He will carry the torch. That is why in our lineage, all of us, we are followers of Rupa Goswami. That's why we are called Rupanugas. A Rupanuga is Raganuga Bhakta. But not all Raganuga Bhaktas are Rupanuga. You get it? Rupanuga are Raganuga Bhaktas. And who is a Raganuga? Ragatmik means all the devotees in Vrindavan who have natural love for Krishna. The gopis, Mother Yashoda, the sakas, the Surabhi cows there, the trees. These are all personalities who are worshipping the Lord in Vrindavan. And that worship is what? Not in the sense of all and reverence, but in the mood of what? Madhurya. So they actually have all these aspects. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to teach this. He uses this, and I will quote, you know it. He says, Anarpita Charim Chirat Karunaya Bhatina Karu Samapayutum Onyato Jwaram Swa Rasa Bhakti Shriyam. This has not been given. This, what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it has not been given in a long time. And that mellow is what? The mellow of the love of Raj Bhaktas. And not only Raj Bhaktas, actually, those of us who are coming through Rupa Goswami's line in the mood of the maid servant. You follow me? Not even gopis, maid servant. We cannot be gopis. We can be maid servant. Manjaris. That's why every morning, Srila Prabhupada are giving us, when we chant, he said, oh, Tulsidev, please make me a maid servant. When we sing the song, Samsara Dava, within that song, if you reach Nikunja, you know Ratakele Sediai. You see, this is interesting. It is a little bit, people will say no, but this is a fact. If we read the Goswami's books, if we read, even as I was saying yesterday, let's start reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita of Srila Prabhupada, starting from chapter 4, Adya Lila, all these things, this, Siddhanta is stated in vivid details. And another interesting thing, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Ramananda Roy in the banks of the Godavari, yes, he asked him, please, can you tell me something about Krishna? Tell me, what is the essence of life? And what did he start with? He started with Varnashram. And he said, me. This is, low. Yeah, low. Go higher. Go higher. And he went higher. I said, no, higher, higher, higher. And he finally came to the platform, about Krishna, and Mother Yashoda. He said, yes, that is very good. Anything higher? And he told about the gopis. So, very good. I'm satisfied. Any more? And he told about now Radharani. He said, oh, that is good. Can you explain more on it? And they said, this is the ultimate. Can you explain more, expatiate on this? So even Ramananda Samvad, this is called, that portion is called Ramananda Samvad. So if we read these things, we know what our goals are. So what is our goal? Our goal as Krishna devotees is, not Narayan. Our goal is not even Vasudeva Krishna in Dwarka. Our goal is in Vraj. All of us. Why? Somebody will say, but Prabhupada came and he built the house in which everybody can live. That is true. But those of people who come to this house are people already who have affinity towards that mood. You follow me? There are billions and billions of people on this planet. Why not so many? Why only a few? No. Yes, we will teach about Krishna. But if we want to get to the nitty-gritty of what we are doing, it's this. Our devotion will be towards Radha and Krishna, not Lakshmi Narayan, not even Rukmini Dwarkadish. Not even Rukmini Dwarkadish. This is the essence. Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. Now, you can take them to be Vasudeva Krishna, Balaram, and Subhadra. You can say, okay, they came from, but another aspect, especially if you go to Jagannath Puri, they have this. They said, this is Vrindavan Krishna. They don't, why? Because the mood is the Rathayatra going back to Vrindavan, to Gondicha. Gondicha is Vrindavan. So when even Lakshmi came, he couldn't enter into Gondicha. You know that, during, what do we call that?
Festival.
The festival, the last
Hare Panchami.
Hare Panchami.
Yeah.
In Hare Panchami, he comes getting angry, but he can never enter Gondicha itself. He's on the outskirts with his people, and they will be, and then he will go away. And then he goes, he is in man, she is in man. And so when Krishna goes back, he says, no, Krishna, you are not going to enter. You stay outside. For 3 days, Krishna will be outside begging to enter Satyabhama and to enter. You see, this is very interesting. So in Jagannath Puri, the aspect of, Vrindavan is also there. That's why many of them, when they are worshiping, they said, ours is Gondicha. We want Krishna always to be here with Radharani. And those who are in Dwarka, and we want Krishna to be a king in Dwarka. So this is very interesting in essence. So if we know all these things, we would love to worship the Lord and worship him in truth. And what's that truth? Worship him as Vrajendra Nandana Krishna. Simple. So I will end here. If you have questions, comment, please. Mm-hmm.
So thank you for the nice class. I just have a couple questions. One of them is that in the Ramananda Samvad, it mentions that Ramananda Roy is asking, he also mentions Sarva Dharman. So I was a little confused about that when I heard this in a lecture, that Bhagavad Gita is meant for everybody. It is a general instruction for everybody. Anybody can pick up from any chapter and then read Sarva Dharman Parityaja. But Mahaprabhu says go deeper than Sarva Dharman Parityaja. But Sarva Dharman Parityaja is surrendering unto Krishna and moving your desires to Krishna's desires, and serving Krishna in the way that makes Krishna happiest. So in that way, isn't some Sarva Dharman Parityaja also hinting at serving Rajendranand and Krishna?
That's correct. You are totally correct. Actually, Sarva Dharma Parityaja, surrender, that level of surrender, Krishna is telling Arjuna, hey Arjuna, you see, I'm happy. Everybody surrendering unto me. But I want the surrender like the Brajabasis.
He's just getting to that.
Yes. Actually, you see, you can give the meanings of the Bhagavad Gita in several levels to people who are, who want to. You can give the general meaning. The deeper meaning of Sarva Dharma Parityaja is what you have just said. If you really want to surrender, you surrender to me in the mood of Raj. You follow me? Now, because of that, Krishna and Arjuna and the Pandavas, they even went to Radha Kund to actually perform austerities there on the bank. So when Shamakund was being, excavated, there were some trees there, and in the trees would not be allowed to excavate. People were wondering in the night, who is it? Is it Vishwanath? I'm forgetting who had a dream. Hey, we are the panda. Yes, he says, don't disturb us. We are here to perform, meditation on the Supreme Lord. So they were left. You can see the crookedness. Krishna is crooked. That's why Sham is crooked. And it's also crooked if you go to Shamakun, it's not straight.
Yeah,
it's crooked.
Yeah.
And it's crooked also because the Pandavas were on that bank like that.
Wow.
When I went to Vrindavan in 1981, some of the trees were there. You follow me? They were dying, but now they are no more there. They are past. Only Bhima, but Bhima too, last time I went, I couldn't see that tree. It's just, a dead, is left. Yes, Sarva Dhamma Parityaja is not just a common surrender. It's surrender of, the devotee in Vraj mood. And somebody will say, Arjuna, see, all the inhabitants of Dwarka who are performing their lila, their originals are in Vraj. Yeah. So we have Arjuna in Vraj, who is the cowhead boy. You follow me?
Yeah, Arjuna Saka.
It's a Saka. Though Arjuna in Dwarka and so far is also a Saka, but the Arjuna in Vraj is the highest. Now, Narada Muni, he is also in Vraj. You know who Narada Muni is in Vraj? Madhumangala. So they are, and Satyabhama, all are actual manifestations of who? The gopis. So Krishna is enjoying with himself and with his lila, everything that he is doing, it is by himself. He wants to enjoy. So we should, as devotees of the Lord, we should come to that level and give him that enjoyment. We should not question, Krishna, why did you bring me to this material world to suffer? When I'm with you in the spiritual world, and then I've come back, so I want to go back. No, you are now drowning in the ocean. Get yourself saved. Then you see your true identity. You follow me?
I have two questions. First, how to go forward. and explain, what I know is, why is that? Predominant knowledge in Krishna consciousness, like why are we suffering, the philosophy of karma, and others, that is initial stage of Krishna consciousness of preaching. It's always surrounding in these topics. Why are we suffering? Why are we here? But in a second, just as you were pointing out, it's very, very interesting. But usually, that doesn't come so.
When Prabhupada came to the West, most of the people he met, especially in America here, they were in the mood of hippies. You follow me? Not all of them were hippies, the majority. Now, it's an interesting thing. That culture Prabhupada came in actually helped him when there was, uprising, about Vietnam and all, people were against authorities. That's when Prabhupada came in. That means he had people already who were looking for something different. You follow me? Prabhupada had to teach them everything, even how to take bath, even how to brush. Even though you may say some of these people came from very rich families, but they forsook that. They were behaving like, very low class. So Prabhupada had to bring them up. He had to actually cut the jungle. The jungle has been cut. You put some, seed in it. Somebody had to till or nurture those seeds. So Prabhupada couldn't have come here. Now, Shamarani, Didi, what's her name? Jadurani. She said this, that at the beginning, in 1965-66, Prabhupada was teaching very high philosophy about the, Vraj Bhakti. But he realized, hey, no, this is not, yes. He sort of scaled back. Now, Prabhupada, one of the first book he wrote was Krishna book. If he didn't want people to know about higher aspect, why would he write Krishna book and say everybody should read it? You follow me? So this was his aspiration. But his aspiration and the aspiration, the desire of the disciples were not the same. He had to bring them up to a certain level. You follow me? And that, we may say, made him not to dive deep into these matters. Now, one time there was a disciple, I forgot who he is, and he wrote when they were, against, people were saying, Gaudiya Math were saying this, and so he wrote, he said, Prabhupada sent me to stay with one of his god brothers so that I can learn. And he says, every time, I come back, Prabhupada comes back, he will invite me into his, at that time in Mayapur, it was not a big building, it was a hut, proper hut, into his place, and we will be talking about Raskata. And any time the others were coming in, he would stop and he would change the topic. So he said, I asked Prabhupada, why is this so? He said, no, they are not ready yet. He said, so after all these years, will Prabhupada say, you still are not ready? Prabhupada will giving you higher. Even this Bhagvatam, it's about 1,000, meters deep, not meters, miles deep in realization. You follow me? The surface realization deeper and deeper and deeper. And if we come to that stage, we realize that every page on the Bhagvatam is to praise Radharani, because she is the abode, the ultimate ashraya, and all this we are reading the history and the philosophy and everything in the Bhagavatam is about Krishna's devotees, how they are having relationship to Krishna, how they are giving their love to Krishna, and who is the ultimate person who is giving that love to Krishna is Radharani. You follow me? So all these are in fact geared towards, and Krishna himself, wherever Radha is in praise. He wants also to serve Radha's lotus feet. Is it? So the feminine aspect is so powerful. In the material world, we are thinking it's low. But in the spiritual world, Radha and the gopis, they hold supreme. Even on this planet, when Krishna is having his pastimes, and Radha is in man. Man means in anger mood. And, finally, he takes, Radha will take the foot and put on Krishna's head. And then she's pacified also. I know it's time we have to go. You come from the culture. You follow me? And your aspect is not difficult. The mirror in the heart of many Indian devotees is light. You have to clean it. But unfortunately, many of us don't want to wipe that small thing away to see clearly. They want to be in their old things. So those of you who have the opportunity to be in this, go stronger into it and enjoy Krishna in that mood of Raj.
You see, yesterday I was telling you that it said that people, or those living in cities, who are fortunate to take birth in India, are so fortunate because Jesus is there. Now, look at him. I'm living with him for many months. Now I come to know that if somebody I better have to bring him closer to me in order to get him. You see? So I consider myself somehow a little bit fortunate. It's an African. Some people ask me when I'm in the street trying to preach, how can an African explain something like this, something that is from the East, especially when Indians are also there? Why? Like him, see him, is a black boy. In fact, he was highly educated. He came here, it was a long time that I couldn't trace. He was young. That time I went when he threw away all what actually come. Now, something that happened, I put him in the glorious position to gain the world. But he forsake it and come to America here. And since that time, he has gone back. And he's preaching as he's preaching. So the question is, how come an African in their position, explaining things that somehow the one from India even find it difficult to explain. You know, so it's wondrous that to dive inside this knowledge and to come to the same platform like this. So, but my second question is, you were saying that just one lifetime that one can go to but what I feel is you can know that right now as I'm living, this is my first lifetime.
We have gone through life, we have come to this earth and gone through the material creation many lifetimes. So in reality, many of us also, this is not our first time to know Krishna or to know about, this knowledge. But sometimes it is hidden. That's why yesterday I was saying, sometimes because we have not come to the platform of Bhav, where even Bhav, you have to be careful, or Prem, where everything is wiped out, we can still fall down. So the best thing is fight, now that we are in this body, human body, as much as possible, we should imbibe this knowledge. Because when we come back, next life, we don't know where we will be. Maybe we will be in the body of aristocrat. So much that will take us away from Krishna. You following me? We don't know. So when we have the opportunity, we should make the best use of it. That's why Srila Prabhupada said, just one time when you chant, you can actually get liberated or get that. What does it mean? It means that if you become really sincere, Krishna can actually give you the opportunity. Now, he himself said, Krishna is performing his lila in this material world from universe to universe. So, when you leave the body, do you go to Krishna Loka at once? No. If you have come to that stage, you have to be born in the womb of a gopi in the lila of Krishna and learn how to perform your duty and learn where you be, under which grouping. Because these are all the gopis, you see them, they are not all in one group. They have different groups. Which group you belong to? Under whom are you serving? And what type of service you have before you can go serve Krishna. This is a fact. This is also written in the Krishna book. So if anybody says, oh, he has left the body, he's going back to Godhead. I mean, sometimes we are behaving like Christians. Oh, he's dead. May he rest in peace. Yeah, the real peace is how you have served Krishna. Wherever you are, you will serve Krishna. That is the real peace. You have a question?
Yeah, one Prabhu has asked a question online from there. This is Rajesh Prabhu. He says, we know material world is dangerous. Why do we all still want to come to America and get a job? That's a question for them.
This is the grammar of the material world. That everybody wants to be where there is the outward manifestation of Krishna's energy. Do you remember when Krishna was going to save the 16,000 princesses? At that time, they were not the wives. He went, the name of that, no, not Jambavan, my Mother Earth's daughter. He had that son, what's the name of the demon? that demon I'm forgetting. But when Krishna went there, just simple. He himself, Krishna was marveled. He said, wow, he had electricity. He has wired his whole place with electrical current. If you touch, everything was bright. If you touch it, it can, shock you and everything. And inside was so nice. And Krishna was saying, wow, this, my energy, look at how it's been. Even Krishna himself was marveled. So this material world, you can create the grammar to attract the living entities who are, wandering, and they are thinking this is it. You follow me? And this, because this is not the first time we are coming here, we have come through the heavenly planet, and you see how beautiful they describe the heavenly planet. Even the subterranean planet are described as so beautiful. You follow me? So when we come, everybody wants something like that. They want the comfort of material life. You follow me? So America is actually exhibiting that type of mood now. Oh, when you come to America, you get everything. But within a short time, maybe 10, 15, 20 years, India will become like America. You follow me? It will become like America. Most of the world, now even more beautiful than America. You go to Dubai. You follow me? You go to Dubai and these places. Now, America, even in China is becoming more beautiful. So in maybe another 20 years, America will not be the destination people are looking to come to. Because America now have the opportunity to make you rich. The small money you make in America, you can take it to India and live off as a Raj. Is that not it? Raj. So people are coming here. This is why they are coming. It is not because of the philosophy in America. It's not because America is so, nice. That's why they want to come here. No, they are coming here to make their material lives better. You follow me? Yeah. That is the only thing they are coming here. In essence, if America today, things start getting bad, do you want to stay here? No. I've seen many people who came to America, like doctors and everything. Now they are in India performing, and they say, why did I even ever go to America? I don't want, yeah.
So, I want to throw light to this point. Prabhupada somehow answered this question too. That in the field world, whatever situation you are, whatever you are to work. Without working, you can't be taken to school. Say that the soul in the being, it doesn't work. In the spiritual world, it's not a work, but amusement. The soul doesn't work, and the soul don't want it. So because we are particle of the Supreme Soul, the tendency is there, we also don't want to work. We are material world, so the work is in moderation, but still one have to work, otherwise you cannot really
maintain the material body.
You can't. So that is why even here, sometimes we go for vacation.
Because it's work.
Yeah, we go to vacation with the idea that we forget how to do that. But still you have to come back home.
5 days of work for 2 days of
So we yes, we are trying to understand Krishna, but still in our side we have to work. Yeah. Otherwise we cannot.
So we end here. Jao Srila Gurudev ki jao, Srila Prabhupada ki jao.
Santo Maharaj ki jai.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.